Thank you for being here today. From the beating heart of America. One man's dream is another's call for action 6 decades later. And it's not just about civil rights, it's for every aspect of American life. JFK in 1961 said that without debate, without criticism, an administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. It's not about criticism, it's about rebuilding the nation. Do we live in democracy? I've been in 2 countries before I lived here, and I could tell you what democracy is not. And I'm feeling that we are heading that way. I moved here 35 years ago for a country that's full with innovation and prosperity. And I thought I would be a cancer doctor that will participate in cure for cancer. And I wanted to start a clinic where we care about patients. And we came all face to face with hundreds of patients, and we came to live their life. It wasn't just about taking care of cancer, it was taking care of a cancer in our society. We realized how everyone is struggling. Some of them couldn't afford having an insurance. Many had insurance and couldn't afford to pay for their out-of-pocket. We spent years battling insurance companies, pharma, bureaucracy, and it was all for better care and better cost. And we did it, almost with every patient. Well, here are some stories. Only 30 years old who could not afford to buy insurance. She was working in a printing company, and one day she couldn't walk. She was in a wheelchair. She came to the ER, she had a biopsy, a CAT scan, spent a few days in the hospital, and she got a bill of $200,000. Well, death was imminent, not from cancer, but from a bill that she will never be able to pay. Doug is 48 when he was diagnosed with colon cancer, and he had $9,000 out of pocket to pay for. He had pain that he couldn't work, so he lost his insurance because he had cancer. This is the reality. This is not a Disney movie. It's everyday's life that we had to deal with. And while we were dealing with this, not a single voice from Congress, not a bill, not a single voice that came to go after insurance companies. And I searched it all. There's not a single bill that will address these costs. 28 million Americans cannot afford their health insurance. That's 10% of the country. 100 million Americans have insurance, but they struggle with out-of-pocket. A third of people's income goes to insurance, to health care. A third of their income. It's more than housing, more than what they pay for their children, more than what they pay for their car, for food. Health. Simple thing as health. In a country that's wealthy, that's sending weapons to all over the world, that's sending billions of dollars. Iraq alone, $8 trillion. And we have a representative who was there who takes pictures while he is sitting on a tank. And he's a hero. And he is part of the committee that works into the Intelligence Committee at the Congress. But somehow, he didn't see $8 trillion go under his vision. 30% of patients do not fill their prescriptions because they can't afford it. A country wealthy like this. And that's for everyone. But if we take those, either women, if a person is black, if a person is Hispanic, if a person is Middle Eastern, if a person is Vietnamese, if a person is from any part of the world, they could earn 40% less. Why? Well, what happens is that they can't afford health care anymore, and their children will suffer for generations. And they come to a doctor when everything is advanced and they are about to die. And statistics tell us that they actually die earlier. Well, here are 4 insurance providers that generate massive profit while Americans struggle. $1.2 trillion of revenue and $70 billion a year. This is a year. While Molly and everyone else struggle to pay for their out of pocket. And each one of us contributes to this uncontrolled wealth. And I say uncontrolled because there's somebody who should control it. But they don't do their job. Well, it's a monopolized system. 3 financial institutions, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, they have big stakes in every insurance company, and they make sure they elect the board that they want, and they have the same programs for everyone, so they don't compete against each other. The only one they compete against, it's a monopolized system in a country that struggled to beat monopoly 100 years ago, and it's not enforced even today. And when competition disappears, care disappears next. But how about drugs? Well, I looked at 5 cancer drugs, at their cost in the world, and what clinical trials tell us today that they should be used, for how long, at what dose. And 5 drugs are overpriced by $70 billion a year. So we pay $70 billion a year for 5 drugs in cancer. Now, what does it mean? It's $41 billion from taxpayers that goes through Medicaid, and $30 billion through out-of-pocket. Well, that's a place where we live in. I want to introduce you to your king and queen. And they have a lot of princes, and they all take your money. And the way they do it, because they control the Congress, and they control it cheap. $40 million they give in campaign finances, and they turn the Congress from heroes to cowards. None of them have a guts to speak a word against them. $50 million in lobbying. For every dollar they pay in lobbying, they generate $750. So when they put $150 million in lobbying, it means $100 billion a year. So this is the place we live in. So we live in a healthcare crisis besides everything else, and 5 core problems: unaffordable care, premium, high deductible, monopolized healthcare, drug prices that are expensive, and Congress. So what's the solution? Well, we have to expose the truth. I have to say this everywhere. People need to know this. They need to know about this monopoly. They need to know about this wealth that's taking away from you. And we have to end insurance control, which means people, not BlackRock, Vanguard, should control the country. People should control the country. There's a Federal Trade Commission. That's their job to do it. But the Congress, they never force them to do it. If I could see it, I'm sure the Congress could see it. Drug prices should be controlled. There are actually 2 bills in the Congress, and they were submitted by senators from 2 states. And these bills are sitting there, nobody will touch them. And the bills are about having the drug prices as a median of what's in the world. Not far away world, just north of us and south of us and east from us. But nobody will touch them, because if they touch them, the next election they are, well, healing your disease is not dependent on medications and science only. It's dependent actually on Congress, believe it or not. And because the Congress is they are the ones who set the rules, shape insurance markets, drug prices, and provider payments. And if they fail all of these, they will take over insurance companies, drug manufacturers, corporate lobbying, and they took over the place because Congress doesn't say a word. We elect them to represent us, and they represent them. They know about our struggles. They know about Mali. They know about everyone. And they say yes to every party leader because they want to stay in place. So who's against you? Is it the insurance companies only? Well, it's the politicians that we elected, and now they are protecting everybody else besides us. It's a broken system. The problem is that centralized power to party leaders. That's how they write all the law. It's not anymore by congressmen. They are committees. They are experts in Congress. Very good experts, the best in the there. But they are bypassed. When a law is written, is not written by the people anymore. The lobbyists are the ones that lobby against us, are the ones who write the law. And it starts with campaign finance. So when you see your representative on TV, know that he is there, that airtime is paid by insurance companies, drug manufacturers, weapon manufacturers, and these financial institutions. And they run a campaign, and we think we are divided, Republicans and Democrats, and we are divided over certain issues that have nothing to do with our life. There's not a single debate about insurance companies. In all these elections, not a single debate about our copay or premium. And then even when the law is written, it's so ambiguous that nobody knows what to do with it. So campaign financing has to be reformed. We have to eliminate PAC. And congressmen from California already started it. But they are only two. We need full support for people that care about people. I think people that are independent need to be supported. Because we can't have party leadership that are run by lobbyists tell us what to do. It takes courage from all of us to speak out. Because it's not just about us, it's about our children. Like, why I'm here? Why independent? Because America is ready for an independent voice. It's not independent from Democrats or Republican people. It's independent from mega donors, PACs that dictate our future, independent from party leaders, independent from corporate America, bankers, insurance companies, and lobbyists. That's what this country needs. And when I say I'm independent, they will say, oh, we heard about people like you, they vanished. Well, this is time to change. Well, we live in a wonderful district. There are 90 languages spoken in schools here. 90 languages. It's a pearl in the middle of the country. 30% Hispanics, 15% blacks. We have people from all over the world that live here, and we have to empower this diversity because it's powerful. That's how America. Because democracy is measured not by the high-rise building. It's measured about what you do, people that live in a small house. That's where you find out about the problems. And when you empower them, you empower the whole nation. Access to health care. When you have a woman that has access to health care, she trusts not just the health care, she trusts the country. So when you empower people, there's talent that is to be discovered. This country will become better. I know we are only few people here, but from this library, from this day, we want to start an independent America. Independent from corporate, independent from pharmaceutical companies, party leaders, mega donors, and we can do it. Our election cannot be bought anymore because we can lead this country to a better place. So I ask you to walk with me, and together we can solve. It's time to bring someone who has the courage to fight for you